Today is Friday, January 17th, and this is your forecast for the central United States. And that means it is time for the weekend. What you got planned this weekend? Well, if it includes dressing up in as many layers as possible, hats and gloves, long johns even, then you're going to be all set across the Midwest. That's what you're going to need as an Arctic blast gets ready to settle off to the south and east of the Canadian border here. Today, that Arctic blast is just barely poking its nose into the northern plains, but over the weekend, this will drop south and east. In fact, really cold air is going to settle all the way down into the deep south. Meanwhile, we have an area of low pressure that's developing here along the panhandle of Texas. That may bring some wintry weather to states pretty far south, maybe into portions of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia through the mid-Atlantic, and perhaps eventually into the Northeast by the end of the weekend. So there's a lot to look out for as this Arctic blast gets ready to settle in. Today, temperatures out ahead of that front are not so bad for this time of the year, at least. 36 in Detroit, 37 in Grand Rapids, 40 in Chicago, 45 in Des Moines is going to be a lot better than what's about to settle in. Wait till you see the 7-day forecast for a few cities here in the Midwest. Quite the cold air coming in. 41 today in Cincinnati. We've got 46 in Louisville, 58 in Nashville, 56 for you in Memphis, maybe a couple of spotty showers over there in St. Louis. Yeah, these are high temperatures. So after 30s today and tomorrow, we get down into the teens for highs on Sunday, and if that wasn't bad enough, we may actually see high temperatures in the single digits for some of us by the beginning of the week, and that's the same for Chicago. So throughout the Great Lakes and the Midwest, this Arctic blast really sits right on top of us here Monday and Tuesday. Some of the coldest air out of the entire northern hemisphere will be sitting right on top of the middle of the United States. In the southeast today, we're in the 50s, 54 in Charleston, 59 in Savannah, 57 for Atlanta, Georgia today, and even all the way down to the Gulf Coast, it's pretty cool. Certainly not as cold as it can be at times, and what it will be in just a few days. Just be ready for it. 63 New Orleans, 65 in Dallas. So look at Charlotte's forecast. So there's the Arctic blast coming in at the end of the weekend, and we're looking at highs. These are your high temperatures, barely at the freezing mark and potentially not even above freezing come the middle of the week. So get ready for it. We got some scattered showers in South Florida today. Lots of clouds. That's going to keep temperatures cooler than normal. Folks that are trying to get away from the cold and heading south, you got to go south a little bit more. It looks like probably into maybe Latin America before you get some warm air. It is chilly throughout North America. We may get up near 80 on Sunday, Fort Lauderdale, but then we're back to the cool weather for much of next week. All right, that is your Friday morning weather update. I hope everyone has a great weekend. And remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.